Hi again. English for Life from LCL campus. Okay, I hope you all can remember in our first program, first video, we discussed something about CVs and resumes. And I told you that we would be discussing CV writing today. Okay, can you remember what a CV is? Okay, it's a Latin term, and in Latin it is curriculum vitae. Okay, right. And first thing, we got to think of the importance of these. We got to think of the importance of writing a CV. And you know, it is the first chance you would ever get regarding your particular job applying process. Okay? CV ලියන එක හරි වැදගත්. මොකද ඒක තමයි ඕගොල්ලන්ගේ රැකියාව සොයා ගැනීමේදී ඕගොල්ලෝ මුහුණ දෙන පළවෙනි අවස්ථාව. Okay. ඒකෙන් ඕගොල්ලන්ට ඊළඟ chance එක හෙවත් job එක ඇති වෙන්නත් පුළුවන්, නැති වෙන්නත් පුළුවන්. So therefore you got to be very, very careful in writing a CV. Okay. First of all, let's talk about the different formats of CV writing. අපි ඉස්සෙල්ලාම කතා කරමු CV ලියන ආකෘතියන් ගැන. Okay. First and the most common one is really called chronological format. So you put your information, maybe academic or professional, then work experience, everything according to the chronological reverse order. Why do I call it reverse order? Okay, කාලය අනුව ආපස්සට තමයි අපි ලියන්නේ. Why do I call it ආපස්සට? Why do I call it reverse? Because you start with the latest of your information. Now suppose that you have done several degrees, one in 2000, another in 2015, another in 2025. So what would you write first? Of course, yeah, you got to write 2025 degree first. Then you go back, right? So this is called chronological reverse order. Okay, so that is one way of writing the CV. Okay, now remember, writing a CV is very, very, important process and very complex process. Although people think you can download it from, using AI, or you can take one template and copy it. No, right? Because you are a unique character, you are a unique personality. ඔගොල්ලෝ හැම එක්කෙනෙක්ම සුවිශේෂ චරිතයක්. ඒ චරිතය හරියට පිළිඹු කරන්න නම්, if you really want to mirror your image, you got to have a proper CV. ඒකෙන්ද මේ CV writing කියන එක ඇත්තටම විෂයක් කියලා කිව්වොත් වැරදි නෑ. Okay, I can remember recently I was really browsing internet, then I came across a particular person who had taken 24 years research to write, introduce how to write a CV. But you know, now they have been changed perhaps. Okay, so writing CV also changes from second to second. Okay, anyway, the first one is, and that's why we have already arranged, we are looking forward to start a hybrid course, computer and English, very shortly at LCL campus. There you can really have the practical aspect of all these. So you all are very welcome at any time, but for the time being. So let me talk about the second one. We call it functional CV format. So functional CV format, there you give your focus, your attention, you have the hierarchical order of the importance of the function that you have done with. Maybe the academic qualification you have, professional qualification you have, or the work experience and publication and so on. Okay, so you got to think what is the most important thing when it comes to the particular job that you are applying. Okay, clear? Fine. Okay, then the next one is a hybrid one. What I mean by hybrid? Chronological and functional. So you use the chronological order, as I told you, the reverse order. Then at the meantime, you have this functional, the important things as well. So likewise, you can hybrid these two and write your own CV. Okay. Then the most important and the latest trend is graphical or visual CV writing. Okay. Now when you write a CV, you just insert your photo there, okay, a photograph. But now it has been the trend that you include other photographs as well. Now suppose if you have obtained a degree, you can have a photo of your convocation. Okay, if you have done a job and got some achievement, you can have those photos there. Right, you know the secret behind that. How much time do you think a recruiter, okay, an employer, right, use to go through your CV, to scan your CV? It's really amazing. You won't believe perhaps. It is only 6 seconds, they say. So within 6 seconds, you got to mirror your personality through your CV. So you understand how important it is. And now I'm going to briefly explain what you got to put in your CV. Okay, right. First thing, you got to have your name, which comes under biological information. Your name, perhaps the age in Sri Lanka, but in other countries it does not matter a lot, right? But in certain jobs you got to, okay. And then you got to have your place, okay, where you live, okay. Now we used to write the entire address, but now of course you don't write the entire address. You can just write the place you live, maybe the city or the town or the village, okay, right. Then you got to have your social media, okay, perhaps email address and WhatsApp if you have, and if you have website, much better, and blog, okay, where others can, if they really want, to get more and more information about yourself, okay. So therefore, mind to have them under them. And the most important thing is really again your academic qualification. So you got to have them mentioned. If you're writing according to the chronological order, first you got to have what you have obtained very recently. Then the early ones, blah, blah, blah. Okay, right. And again, it is same with your professional qualification as well. The courses that you have followed, training you have undergone, okay, so you got to mention them as well. And then you have your work experience. Now, when you talk about work experience, many people would write, okay, perhaps you also may have written the responsibility that you have taken, okay, what you had to do. But rarely anybody would write what they have achieved. Okay, actually now in the modern world, people require that, not what you had to do, but what you have done, your achievement. So please, okay, mention them, your achievement, what you have done, okay, your innovative achievements, okay, results of your work, right? Please mention them, okay, right. Then you got to have referees as well, and there you can have non-relatives names, really, okay, 2 of them with their profession. It is better if you can include or find people who would tally with the job that you are applying for, okay. So this is actually a brief explanation about CV writing. And if you want further information, further learning, further study about this, you are welcome to LCL campus to follow the hybrid course, okay, English plus computer ICT, okay. Okay, let's meet again with resume writing. Till then, bye everybody.